Welcome back to the main stage and the Motorfest Walk of Fame. It's the place to be if you really want to become a Motorfest legend. Each month is a chance for your name to be marked onto the stars. Here's the Motorfest legend of last month. This month, a new legend rises to the challenge.
Yo, Weasel here. We met at the fest before. That clicking? Now let me break this down real quick. I heard about this secret crew, Monkey's Kitchen. It's a movement, underground, off-grid, like a secret lab where they cook up art, beats, and custom rides. But MK, man, they ain't just racers. They reality remixers. Rebels with a cause and chromes to prove it. It's not about trophies. It's about the vibe. This is the way of the true street riders. You win?
Day 4 of my glorious French sojourn. I was staying at Bugatti's for another day. And as the icing on the cake, Bugatti served me one last exclusive piece of art on a plate. The Bugatti Vision G. Day 4 of my glorious French sojourn. I was staying at Bugatti's for another day, and as the icing on the cake, Bugatti served me one last exclusive piece of art on a plate. The Bugatti Vision GT. Another car originally designed for the video game industry that made it to the real world, for my pleasure and yours. If you're currently driving this car, and I believe you are, be cautious. This car may be a jewel. Once awakened, she becomes a beast. that, my time with Bugatti and the French section of my tour were coming to an end. My next destination, Germany.
dive into French car haute couture. You're now entering the second part of this luxury vehicle experience, still narrated by our archivist. So next stop, Germany. A very special German car has been prepared for you.
After a marvelous French introduction, I was now flying to Germany to pursue my work on the European luxury brands. I was expecting great things from the upcoming meet. This leg of the journey was a promising one, as I was about to meet my esteemed counterpart at Porsche.
My name is Frank Jung, and I'm responsible here at the Porsche AG for the corporate archive and the car collection. The archive is kind of the memory of the brand, the memory of Porsche. In between the 80 cars we're showing here, the car GT is one of the top stars. Top sports car of its time, a high-performance machine. And it's mainly made by hand.
My luxury chronicles were really shaping up, with one incredible encounter after another. And now, I was about to see Porsche as never before, with a special focus on the Porsche Carrera GT. Talking about German luxury cars without talking about Porsche would nonsense. It is one of the names that belongs in the pantheon of luxury car culture. Guided by my fellow archivist from Stuttgart, I was being honored with an insider tour of their museum, from which I was getting priceless notes and pictures for my archives, and for Motorfest. Among all the jewels that surrounded us, the Carrera GT took a special place in our day. A car born from a streak of Porsche victories, made to compete with the greatest. Top sports car in the 2000s. Dare I say, one of the top sports cars of all time. What a day, and what a car. I couldn't have dreamed of a better way to start my trip in Germany.
to beat Porsche when it comes to German luxury cars. Well, don't worry. Our archivist and the Motorfest organizers have got you covered. You'll see. Luxury Chronicles Europe, Germany. Second stop, Apollo Automobile.
My Germany tour is officially on. After an incredible first stop in Stuttgart, I had the distinct pleasure of spending a day with Apollo Automobile and an absolute marvel of a car, the Apollo Project Evo. This car, which is still under development as I write these lines, is definitely one of the boldest and most aggressive-looking cars I've seen in my long career. The active aerodynamics, the fins, that rear spoiler, and X-Light signature, everything in this car's design screams, you're getting eaten alive. And this interior, you really have to see it to believe it. Nothing short of a superhero car. There's only one existing prototype at the moment. The one I just got the chance to discover. Note to self. I really must convince Apollo to lend this car to Motorfest for our upcoming luxury cars playlist. Luxury is elegance, fine materials, and high-precision craftsmanship. But it is also the freedom to embrace a hardline approach and go all the way.
After Porsche and Apollo, our archivist was only halfway through his European journey. In the next event, we'll hear what he had to say about his seventh stop, a day at Audi, with a focus on the luxury racing car. Get ready to step in the world of gentleman drivers.
my trip was getting me to dig even deeper into German car culture. The people from Audi were now expecting me in the beautiful town of Ingolstadt in Bavaria. That they had prepared for me, and the one you, driver, should be driving when you get these notes, was a great surprise and a great addition to our luxury vehicle experience. The 2020 Audi R8 LMS GT2. A true racing car, as it was built for a very specific grand touring competition, the GT2 European Series. Yet also a true luxury car, as the GT2 event is in fact a particular championship designed for amateur pay drivers. A racing category for what we call the gentleman drivers. Category in which this Audi R8 is queen. Audi R8 LMS GT2, a car that was first introduced at Goodwood's Festival of Speed. One might wonder why. My last day in Germany led me to Mercedes for yet another thrilling ride. My ultimate appointment to this country was set with the breathtaking Mercedes AMG 1. The one and only, as Mercedes would say. Like all the German machines I had the pleasure to admire over the course of my trip, the Mercedes AMG 1 was indubitably on the powerful side. That's an understatement, as the One was built from the dream of bringing Formula One technology to the road. A dream that was meant to come true. Everything in this car screams Formula One. Powertrain, materials, interior. And I believe world champion Lewis Hamilton himself helped Mercedes in the development of this car. To the driver who'll get behind the wheel of this machine in the festival, you're probably not ready. My German trip was ending wonderfully with this Mercedes AMG 1. I was content and ready to move on to the last part of my trip.
Continues. After France and Germany, we'll now be focusing on British vehicles. In his notes, the archivist is telling us everything about his great first stop, a day at Triumph. That's correct. Our British luxury culture section starts with motorcycles. for a nice and chill ride. Pay attention, find your way, reach the destination.
After a roller coaster of a trip through France and Germany, my luxury car pilgrimage was bringing me back to my home, Great Britain. My first encounter alone was enough to justify the trip, as I was about to meet yet another fascinating individual.
My name's Stuart Wood. I'm Chief Engineer at Triumph. We're in the Triumph Factory Visitor Experience here in Hinckley. It's a great display of motorbikes. If I had to pick just one bike, it's going to have to be the Rocket 3. It's got high performance, very high capability, high specification, really stunning looks. It really is phenomenal.
A delightful meeting that would be followed by other great surprises from my homeland. My European journey was slowly coming to an end. Yet I still had so much to see to complete my luxury chronicles. Starting with a keenly anticipated stop in Hinckley.
We pay a lot of attention to the detail and how well the bike works.
And a special rendezvous with the Triumph Rocket 3R. Cloudy grey skies and damp asphalt. I was back home, no doubt. And I couldn't be happier. I had a whole day with Triumph ahead of me, surrounded by passionate people to guide me through their motorcycle universe. Stuart Wood, concept engineer, had shared with me everything you could ever want to know about Triumph. Their 100 years of existence, the attention to detail, the perfect combination of performance and visual design. Fascinating. This Rocket 3. Big and powerful, with a remarkable 2.5-litre engine, but still easy to ride. An extreme motorcycle with a huge presence. A Triumph bike through and through. British craftsmanship, style, the passion of a whole biker community. This was shaping up to be another highlight of this European trip. All I could do is enjoy the moment. has never looked as good as it does on a Triumph. I believe that's what they call character.
Luxury car exhibition moves forward with another iconic British manufacturer. The car we'll be focusing on in this event is again special in many ways. Get to the event tag and you'll see Europe has still plenty in store to surprise you.
My next British stop was McLaren, with the most exclusive McLaren there is, the Elva. The extreme expression of what a McLaren car can be. Fifth in the McLaren Ultimate Series, a line that encompasses McLaren's most advanced design, engineering, and performance. Like McLaren says, the Elva is a car that needs no destination, designed to deliver nothing but the purest possible driving experience. Light, powerful, split-second agility, with no roof, no windshield. This is a car that plays with your senses and builds a connection between the driver, the car, and the elements. Directly in line with the experimental legacy of the founder of the brand himself, Bruce McLaren. Renowned driver and engineer, always looking to push aerodynamics further. The Elva is a beautiful tribute to that heritage. Initially sure I'd have the time for this detour at McLaren, but I was so glad I made the trip.
Jaguar is a brand that it's hard to go around when it comes to gorgeous British cars. That's why it had to be part of this tour. The car that we've selected for you now, the Jaguar CX-75 Concept.
Jaguar CX-75 Concept. C stands for concept, X for experimental, and 75 as a tribute to Jaguar's 75th anniversary. A breathtaking hypercar that unfortunately couldn't be mass-produced. This prototype alone is quite the celebrity in the luxury car world. An elegant and avant-garde design so popular when it came out that she received the Louis Vuitton prize at the Paris Mondial de l'Automobile in 2010. Star of the 007 movie Spectre, along with her co-star, the Aston Martin DB10. Another British concept. Quite the life for a concept car, isn't it? Star, Muse, prestigious prize winner. And this is only scratching the surface of what this car could have been.
Luxury Chronicles, new chapter. You know what to do. Drive to the tag and get back to your European journey with another pillar of British luxury, Bentley.
Bentley. Could I really go on a tour of the greatest luxury car brands of Europe without stopping by this prestigious manufacturer's headquarters in Crewe? Impossible. So, there I was, at Bentley, face to face with splendid machines, and notably, the Bentley Mulliner Bacala. The Bacala is gorgeous and impressive from afar, but also incredibly well crafted from up close. I was dealing with the elite of British luxury and design refinement there. Extremely exclusive. Only 12 units have been made. Produced by Mulliner, the oldest coach builder in the world, and a serious token of quality. But, needless to say, such prestige comes with a significant price tag. Just like this beautiful day with Bentley, my trip was slowly coming to an end. My next stop will be the last of this Luxury Chronicles journey.
Here we are, the final event of this grand luxury tour.
Today was the ultimate day of my European luxury tour. And it wasn't just any day. It was a day with Aston Martin. I had decided from the very beginning to save Aston Martin for last. For this brand is quite unique when it comes to famous British cars. Aston, as a tribute to the Aston Hill race from the early 20th century, and Martin, from Lionel Martin, co-founder of the brand. The name Aston Martin now resonates in a very special way everywhere around the world. It embodies the British modern luxury touch, so to speak. Cars that are fast, cars that are beautifully crafted, and on top of that, cars that now come with an unmissable pop culture connection that started with the appearance of the DB5 in the Goldfinger movie in 1964. As a result, Aston Martin cars nowadays have undoubtedly become some of the most desirable cars in the world. My definitive treat during this day was being able to see the new Aston Martin Vantage. Freshly released, this brilliant vehicle is yet further proof that British luxury is still very much relevant, with a bright future ahead of it. This is it, the end of my European luxury tour, with each stop more enlightening than the last. A fruitful journey for my archives and for you drivers of Motorfest.
It's time to reap your reward. Your vehicle is ready for you to claim. This was our Archibus Grand European Tour, and this was your Luxury Chronicles experience. Your reward is waiting for you at the container in our luxury estate. And your prize this time is prize money. Because luxury is also the freedom to choose. Let's give the new playlist a spin. A new playlist means new adventures, driver. New challenges unlocked. Playlist cleared and ready for takeoff, driver.
These guys, they off the grid like that. Crew goes by the name of Monkey's Kitchen. Man, this is dope! I'm telling you right now, you're not gonna regret this.
Another activity awaits.
All right, D, the pimping of your car starts now. Let's start with them fenders, especially that wheel camber. Now, don't hold back now. Get that sauce on there. You love it, right? Yeah, you do. Now these guys love to gamble. So let's see what kind of money they're putting on this race. Looks like they want to ante up. More aggressive opponents for more money. And my bet is that it's just the beginning. Hell yeah, player! That's what's up! What's up, y'all? This is your boy Weasel D, a.k.a. Daddy Dog, coming to you from a monkey's kitchen party. MK is taking over the street with a wild race is just about to start. The rules, Pizza Atlanta? It's a street race, my dog. There ain't no rules. What do we got? A BMW M3. European, of course. Not bad, not bad. Zooming in on these rims, though, I gotta tell you, they're out of this world. Shiny like my uncle's silverware. Oh, damn, that's the great Rafiki over there. Meaning the show's about to start. I'm being kindly asked to leave, ladies and gentlemen. BRB. Get real, my OGs. Let's see if the monkeys can drive as good as they party. Now, you still on the Daddy Dog 303 feed, where I take you on a dive into the MK lifestyle. The race is on, and our badass driver is currently in the pit with her dash cam and shit. My girl, D. Say hi, D. Yeah, as you can see, our sister here ain't the chatty type. Prefers to play it like Ryan G. Silent and focused. I respect that. Hey, I don't want to see no silent Bob jokes in the chat. You got this, D. Rock that Beamer M3 from the get-go. And watch that traffic. Ain't nobody gonna pull over to let you through. Not like they'd have time anyway. You got to swim, you know what I mean? Improvised, chaotic street races in broad daylight. I don't know if that's provocative or plain insanity, but I love it. Ooh, and that crazy-ass jump right there set the tone right away. style, of course, because these guys, no, they don't give a crap. Quick recap for the latecomers. My friend Dee and I are taking part in the Monkey's Kitchen movement. She drives, I stream. As you can see, the collective has already got hold of Kyle Louie, painted the MK colors all over town like it's their own freaking room, and using these damn streets like a playground. Just because, screw it, they're the Monkey's Kitchen. Party like a dog party. But I gotta say, these guys know they stuff. Kahalui's 100% MK territory right now, and ain't nobody in town who dare say otherwise. Right on, folks. The kitchen is open for business. Feeling. The Monkeys are setting up another round in Kyle Louie. Got the location for you guys right here. Kara, if you don't mind.
On it.
Hell of a first race. That wasn't just racing, it was art. Know what I'm saying? And I gotta say, you did me proud back there. Oh, for real, you was dope, man. Whole community was like, damn, that dude really can drive.
Wasn't it a little dangerous, though?
Oh, come on now, girl. You're not gonna impress the Monkeys with that attitude.
All right, my bad. I believe this is the place.
Let's get back to the kitchen. And now the rims. One of my favorite parts. The first real aesthetic gesture that defines your car. That's really something, big girl. High-level racing. No ABS, no ESP. It's right up your alley, D. Easy money. Back in the Louis canals for the second race, as you can see, and it's, ooh, man, it's on already. Man, I swear these MK guys ain't got no time to lose. They're here to take care of business, and as a businessman myself, I respect that. Oh, shit! Back in the Louis canals for the second race, as you can see, and it's, ooh, man, it's on already. Man, I swear these MK guys ain't got no time to lose. They're here to take care of business, and as a businessman myself, I respect that. Oh, shit! Guys, I want to take a moment right now to talk about what just happened. You saw it, right? I mean, the plane. The damn jump! That was some crazy MI stuff right there. And our girl D didn't even blink. How about that? Canals for the second race, as you can see, and it's, ooh, man, it's on already. Man, I swear these MK guys ain't got no time to lose. They're here to take care of business, and as a businessman myself, I respect that. Oh, shit! Guys, I want to take a moment right now to talk about what just happened. You saw it, right? I mean the plane. The damn jump. That was some crazy MI stuff right there. And our girl D didn't even blink. How about that? The city belongs to the street riders, folks. What a feeling! Y'all know our driver's sporting in a custom BMW M3 E46. But what about the rides the monkeys are driving right now? I think I saw a Volkswagen, like a Beetle on juice. But chat, I'm gonna need y'all to give me a hand with that. So what y'all spot for me? Got us involved in other BMWs such as the 1990 M3 E30. Old school, angular, big daddy shapes. Oh, that's my jam. And then you got the Audi RS2 Avant. Oh right, that's the green station wagon. Haha, man, whoever's driving this car must have took it straight from their dad's garage, added some little mods to it, and brought it to the race. That's some monkey's kitchen move right there. I'm gonna be real with y'all. I seen cars do some crazy stuff, but the way the MK proves there's no place a car can't get to, I love it. Closing in. You have the choice, girl. Going above or going through. What's it gonna be? All right. Embracing the whole monkey see, monkey do shit. It's my girl. D and Daddy Donk are here to take over the monkey's kitchen territory. What they gonna do about it?
So, driver, I think you have to be subtle, but Weasel left us a message.
Kara, I don't want no grandpa bumpers or skirts. We need something distinctive to race.
So let's find that. If you're proud of your choice, so am I, driver. The Monkey's Kitchen is daring you to increase the difficulty of the race and disable your nitro. Well, we don't want to do that, do we? Okay, that's very brave of you, driver.
Something's going on, you know what I mean? I'm streaming live from an MK car, OGs. Holy biggie, that's the kind of setup I like. I can't say too much about the place, Moolah 99. It's a private party. Oh, geez, it's the monkey signal. From now on, the street riders will be racing for the flares. It's gonna be a wild, wild race.
It's on, D. Follow those flares over there. D needs to focus right now, guys. I'm shutting the stream off. Talk to you later, OGs. Between you and me now. Follow those flares over there. D needs to focus right now, guys. I'm shutting the stream off. Talk to you later, OGs. Between you and me now. That's right. That's the spirit. You see a path that gets you to the flare faster, you take it. It's all about observations and quick decisions. That's one. Now look for the next flare, OG. That's it! The flare's right on the other side! This parking lot seems like a good call. This, fellas, was the Monkey Special. Free races, free spirit, free show. Never seen anything quite like it.
Hey, you can't be victorious without being ostentatious. Now, what's on the monkey's bet menu? Difficulty 3 out of 5. No racing line. Huh, these guys talk like we're in a video game. Yeah, we'll take a little slice of that action.
Is in Sweet Kihei, West Maui, at the little neighborhood watch organized by the MK. You know these are some proper citizens right here. They don't want no troublemakers disturbing this cute little town, you know what I'm saying? Is in Sweet Kihei, West Maui, at the little neighborhood watch organized by the MK. You know these are some proper citizens right here. They don't want no troublemakers disturbing this cute little town, you know what I'm saying? D is already in the fray. I'll pass on your messages if you have any. So what's on the grid? I'm taking a closer look for y'all. From here, I can see a BMW M2 with a gold dress. Very classy. A Mercedes C63 AMG Azure paint. It's not really my thing, but it fits the vibe of the place. Damn! What's this mysterious black beauty? Migani RS. Never heard of it. Someone in the chat looking for info? Oh! The D has to anticipate these bends. Only right angles. Shadow Willie 99 got the info, guys. Thanks, brother. So, the Megane RS is the sport version of the French car, the Renault Megane. Hold up right there. The French make cars. This just in. 280 horsepower that can easily compete with the best VW Golf or other German models. Some dudes say it's kind of a French 911. What the? Nah, you ain't fooling me, man. French 911? Nah, you messing with us, Shadow Willie 99. Now, if we talking French food and wine, I'm gonna take it serious. I mean, I am something of a gourmet. I love me a baguette. Because? Come on now, baby. You ain't pranking me with that fake shit up in here. I see you in the chat writing French words. Got pamplemousse, amuse-bouche. What's that? I hope it ain't nothing dirty. You gonna get my ass banned. The neighborhood watches here. That's what I call a bunch of good citizens, am I right?